There's a strange law that governs this universe, one that doesn't need applause, witnesses, or approval. It's not written in books, it's etched into reality itself. Every throne they tried to throw at you became the same rock they tripped over. That's the irony of cosmic balance. You can't rig it, cheat it, or outrun it. Because when you're chosen, you're not just built differently, you're wired to rise, even when the entire atmosphere turns against you. They wanted you broken. They studied you like a threat in disguise, whispered your name like a warning. But here's the twist. They weren't watching your downfall. They were attending your evolution. And the same energy they used to mock your movement, it's now dragging them through the same storms they wished on you. Life doesn't forget energy, it returns it. The universe isn't cruel, it's accurate. It doesn't need revenge, it just rebalances. And now the scale is tipping in your favor. Those who plotted behind curtains are being exposed under stadium lights. Those who tried to block your path are now haunted by your glow. Because being chosen doesn't just mean rising, it means your very success becomes their karma. So if you've ever wondered why you were targeted, it's because you were never supposed to be ordinary. Welcome to your moment. And before we dive deeper, if you're ready to embrace the weight of this truth, like, subscribe, and stay present. This gets real from here. Before we go any further, pause. Because what you're about to hear isn't just information, it's a trigger for your transformation. If you've been feeling the clock speeding up, the energy shifting, the urgency rising, it's not random, it's alignment. You are one of the 0.01% who were never meant to move with the crowd. You're running out of time, but you're also rising into power. So take a second, hit that like button, subscribe to stay in the frequency, and drop 111 in the comments if your soul already knows this message is your mirror. This isn't for everyone, but if it's for you, you'll feel it in your bones. Let's get started. Number 1. Stop ignoring the tug in your spirit. It's not confusion, it's your calling, waking you up. Whether you've supported this message with a donation or simply with your presence, know this: your energy here is felt, not by chance, not as a statistic, but as a signature. Because when real ones gather, even in silence, the frequency shifts. This isn't about money. This isn't about views. This is about a spiritual timestamp, a checkpoint in the cosmic timeline, and you made it. That alone says everything. Now, inhale, get still, because what comes next isn't just a message. It's a mirror for the part of you that's been screaming in silence. Chosen one, you're not just running out of time, you're standing at the edge of a collapse. And what collapses first isn't the world around you, it's the illusion within it. There's something you saw years ago, maybe in a dream, maybe in a moment of stillness. A version of you that felt too big for the space you were in, too bold for the room, too loud for the crowd. But lately, it's not just returning, it's accelerating. What you thought would take another 5 years to manifest is suddenly sprinting toward you, fast, silent, undeniable. And if you're not centered when it arrives, you won't miss it. It'll miss you. Because elevation doesn't chase chaos. That restless feeling you've been brushing off, that pressure in your chest you can't explain, that's not stress. It's the signal, a warning that the veil is lifting. A whisper from the realm you've been assigned to lead. The ones who tried to paint you as unstable, emotional, or too much. They were simply terrified of your timeline, of how quick your future is crashing into your now. You were never wired for comfort. You were engineered for disruption. The system that tried to tame you is cracking beneath your silence. And the deeper truth, you're not broken. You're breaking free. Look around. The distractions are louder. The noise is constant. The world is moving fast. But underneath it all, you're being pulled into stillness, into alignment. Because only the chosen can feel the shift before it arrives. Only the 0.01% can sense the storm before it forms. This is not anxiety, it's arrival, a collision of what you prayed for and what you're now ready to carry. So don't numb this feeling, don't shrink to survive. This isn't dysfunction. This is the last warning before the emergence. You were never designed to blend in. You're the glitch in the pattern, the signal that breaks the simulation. And now, it's your move. Number 2. Quit chasing signs. You were already marked for this before you took your first breath. Chosen one, this is your wake-up call. Not another scavenger hunt through spiritual breadcrumbs. The truth is, while others are still waiting for a message, you are the message. You've been marked from the beginning. Long before this lifetime began, you were already encoded with the frequency that would crack open dimensions. So why are you still out here asking for permission to move? You keep looking for proof, but what you really need is presence. The visions, the repeating numbers, the eerie dreams. Those weren't random. They were echoes of what your soul already knows. You're wasting time asking questions you've already answered in another lifetime, and time is the one thing you don't have the luxury to waste anymore. The universe is no longer subtle. The shift isn't coming. It's already here. And while others sit around waiting for burning bushes, you're walking through wildfires, untouched. Because when you're chosen, the confirmation isn't external, it's coded into your resilience, into your survival, into the way every attempt to destroy you somehow became your rebirth. So stop hesitating, stop chasing, stop begging the sky for more evidence when you're already living proof. The signs were never out there, they were in you, all along. Time's running out. And only the ones who stop looking and start becoming will cross the threshold. You've been marked, now move like it. Number 3. Don't sleep on your assignment. Heaven is handing out roles, not repeats. Don't get caught sleepwalking through a moment that was designed to crown you. Right now, the universe is handing out roles, not reruns. There are no copies being printed, no second auditions. And those who hit snooze on their assignment, they vanish from the frequency altogether. Chosen one, this isn't a rehearsal. This is live, unfolding in real time. The window isn't just closing, it's recalibrating, meaning only the awakened can walk through it now. You were given the blueprint, not for decoration, but for execution. And the longer you delay, the more your opportunity shapeshifts into someone else's mission. While others chase status, you were called for impact. While they post for applause, you were being processed for legacy. Every delay in your obedience isn't just costing time, it's costing alignment. And this realm does not wait. It recycles purpose into the hands of the present. You weren't selected to be a spectator, you're the signal. The one who causes dimensional ripples by simply showing up in alignment. But make no mistake, this moment will not come around again in the same form, with the same energy, at the same exact intersection of time and readiness. Assignments are shifting, thrones are up for grabs, but only those who act will wear the crown. So ask yourself, are you still watching the clock? Or are you moving like someone who knows your role was carved in the unseen and scheduled for right now? Because once it's gone, it's gone. Number 4. Stop holding on to the old you. Your exit isn't death, it's divine elevation. They'll call it a breakdown. They'll say you're isolating, disappearing, pulling back. But what they'll never understand is this. You're not fading. You're shedding. The version of you that tolerated too much, waited too long, explained too often, it's gone. The world won't get a goodbye because the old you didn't die. It was upgraded. This exit, it's not escape, it's strategy. You're not abandoning life. You're outgrowing the illusion. The simulation that kept you bound in survival mode is glitching every time you walk into a room with your new energy. You were never meant to stay where pain made you shrink just to be understood. And the truth is, some people were only connected to the version of you that couldn't see clearly. They bonded with your brokenness. They memorized your silence. And now that you're becoming unrecognizable to them, they're scrambling. Not because you're gone, but because their control is. But listen carefully. Transformation never announces itself to the crowd. It begins in silence, in moments where no one claps, only your soul roars. You don't owe anyone the old version of yourself. That version was built to survive. This one was built to ascend. You're not falling off, you're phasing out. And only the 0.01% will even notice. Let the others keep searching for you where you no longer exist, because this isn't your end, it's your release. Number 5. Stop comparing your path. You were built with a frequency that can't be replicated. Chosen one, let's get one thing straight. Your path was never supposed to look like anyone else's. The reason you've felt like an outsider your whole life isn't because you're behind. It's because you're ahead, spiritually decoded, wired with frequencies most people can't even hear, let alone understand. And still, you've been tempted to compare your timing, your process, your power to people who aren't even walking the same dimension as you. That ends now. You were custom built, not copy-pasted. Your frequency didn't come off some assembly line. It came from another realm, the 0.01% of beings who were chosen to shift timelines, not follow trends. Comparison is a trap, a silent killer of destiny. Because when you measure your movement by their milestones, you dull your edge. You lower your voltage. You stall a mission that was never meant to be understood, only fulfilled. They can't copy your light because they don't carry the code. And when they try to walk your path, they trip every single time. Because this isn't about the crowd, it's about the call. So stop shrinking. Stop questioning the crooked road you're on. It was crooked on purpose, to throw off the ones who were never meant to follow you. You are the glitch in the system, the disruption in their programming. And the reason your presence feels threatening, because your very existence is proof that their template was a lie. Number 6. Don't let the noise distract you. The illusion is breaking, so the truth in you can rise. They'll try everything now. Flashier headlines, louder opinions, engineered chaos dressed up as truth. But that's not truth. That's the system scrambling, panicking, trying to sedate your awakening with distractions. Because once you really see what's going on, you can't be controlled. And you're seeing it, aren't you? Chosen one, you're not being too sensitive. You're just one of the few that can feel the tremors before the quake. When the world gets louder, you're being summoned into silence. Because silence isn't emptiness, it's alignment. It's where the old self dies and the real you begins to speak. The illusion isn't breaking by accident, it's breaking because of you. Every time you refused to be fake, every time you chose alignment over approval, you cracked the mask. They built the noise to drown you, but instead it amplified your clarity. You are not here to shout over the static. You are here to unplug from it completely. The truth in you, it's not growing, it's emerging, because it was always there, buried beneath conditioning, fear, performance. And now the curtain is lifting, fast. You don't have time to entertain noise that doesn't nourish your mission. This is your moment to rise without apology, to disconnect without guilt, to move in stillness while the world spins in confusion. Ignore the noise. The illusion was never yours to maintain. Number 7. Stop looking for proof. The veil is already open and you're meant to walk through it. Stop searching for proof. The veil has already shifted and your hesitation is the only thing keeping you from crossing through it. You keep asking for signs, confirmations, and clarity, But chosen one, the evidence is everywhere. The way people suddenly fall silent around you, the way your spirit senses the storm before the sky even darkens. The way your body reacts to lies before your mind has time to decode them. That's not paranoia. That's calibration. You've been wired for what others can't see. The ones still waiting for lightning in the sky will miss the shift entirely. Because this moment isn't loud, it's sacred. The veil doesn't tear with drama, it dissolves in silence. And those who are truly aligned feel it before it announces itself. Your proof is in the shift of your vision, the upgrade in your sensitivity, the divine discomfort that no longer lets you settle for distractions that once satisfied you. That's the universe pushing you forward, not punishing you. But if you stand at the edge of this portal too long, it will close. Not out of cruelty, but precision. This isn't about signs anymore. This is about obedience to your inner knowing. You don't need another reason to believe. You are the reason. You are the proof. Number 8. Don't settle for the Matrix's comfort. That agitation is your spirit outgrowing the lie. That itch you feel in familiar places, that restlessness in rooms you used to find peace in. It's not mood swings. It's a spiritual alarm, a sign that the matrix you once survived in can no longer contain the version of you that's awakening. You're not bored, you're being broken out. The matrix was built on one thing, numbing you just enough to keep you quiet, but not broken enough to make you leave. It offered you routine to distract you from purpose, safety to blind you from calling. But chosen one, your spirit isn't designed for comfort. It's designed for combustion. You weren't made to sleepwalk through life while pretending to smile. You were sent here to rip the veil. That agitation, that's your higher self pushing through the shell of who you had to be just to survive. You're not meant to adjust to dysfunction. You're meant to expose it. And the more you try to blend in now, the more it will feel like betrayal to your soul. Only 0.01% will feel this pull and choose the path of no return. The rest will choose comfort and wonder why everything still feels hollow. But not you. Because once your truth wakes up, no system, no distraction, no fake peace can sedate it again. So move, before the simulation traps you in its final version. Number 9. Stop waiting for a perfect moment. This portal demands movement, not perfection. Chosen one, how many divine alignments have slipped through humanity's fingers because someone waited to feel ready? Let's make one thing clear. Perfection is the prison they built to delay your destiny. And every time you hesitate, that portal narrows, that window closes. That divine opportunity recalibrates to someone else who didn't need certainty to move. You're running out of time, not because you're behind, but because the assignment is ahead, and this portal isn't loyal to your emotions, it's loyal to obedience. It won't sit still while you overthink, second guess, or wait for green lights from people still stuck in neutral. The moment won't feel perfect. That's the test. That's the trap. If it feels too easy, it's probably not your portal. If it feels like fire, pressure, exposure, you've just found the gate. The 0.01% don't wait for applause. They walk through fire barefoot because their calling is louder than their fear. That's what you're being asked to do now, to move with shaking hands, trembling voice, but unwavering spirit. The old world taught you to wait. This new dimension demands you walk while it's still dark, before the crowd claps, before the map appears. Because this isn't about perfection, it's about permission. You either grant yourself access, or you miss it completely. So move, even if you're unsure, even if it's messy. Just move, because stillness right now is spiritual starvation. Number 10. Don't beg for belonging. You're being set apart to lead, not blend in. Stop auditioning for spaces you were born to outgrow. You were never meant to be understood by a world still hypnotized by surface. The ache you feel when you try to belong isn't loneliness. It's misalignment. You were encoded differently, set apart not for decoration, but for disruption. And when you try to blend in, all you do is dilute the very thing they fear and admire in you, your edge. The rooms you walk into aren't rejecting you. They're reacting to you. Your frequency hits first. It speaks before your words arrive. That's why they fidget around you. That's why they turn you into a problem they can't solve. Because you weren't built to mirror them. You were built to lead them out of their illusion. Stop shrinking just to stay invited. Stop lowering your fire just to be digestible. The world doesn't need another agreeable follower. It needs a seismic shift. And that shift, it begins with you standing exactly as you are. Unfiltered, unapologetic, unblended. You're not late, you're not off track, you're in divine isolation. A sacred clearing is happening around you, because when the real work begins, distractions must fall. This isn't rejection, it's selection. The universe is peeling off false attachments so you can hear the instructions clearly. You are being prepared to lead realms most people will never access. And that preparation, it's not polite, it's not popular, but it's precise. So don't beg for belonging, command alignment. Only 0.01% were built for this, and you're one of them. Number 11. Stop thinking you're losing it. That shift in perception is you finally tuning in. You're not unraveling, you're unlocking. What feels like confusion is just clarity that doesn't fit the old world anymore. The truth is, the walls around your understanding are crumbling, and what's replacing them isn't madness, it's mastery. Chosen one, they want you to believe you're unstable because you're seeing beyond the surface, because your spirit caught a frequency that others are still deaf to. You're not crazy, you're awake in a world hypnotized by comfort and illusion. That pressure in your head, that fog in your chest, that's not dysfunction, it's the price of recalibration. Your nervous system is syncing with something divine. You've outgrown their narratives. You no longer find peace in shallow talk, and you can't pretend you don't see what you see. That's the shift they fear, because when your sight sharpens, so does your power. And now, you're impossible to control. Your perception isn't broken, it's piercing. And here's the secret. The chosen don't go insane. They go ahead. They reach dimensions before the crowd catches up. And that loneliness you feel, it's just you occupying a frequency only 0.01% ever find. So breathe. You're not falling apart. You're falling in line with your assignment. This is the calibration before the calling. Stay sharp, stay present, stay dangerous. Number 12. Don't wait for another confirmation. The door is open, but it closes without permission. You keep asking for signs, but the signs have already saturated your timeline. The dreams, the delays, the divine discomfort, all of it was confirmation wrapped in silence. But now, chosen one, this isn't about recognizing the door. It's about walking through it before it vanishes. The door isn't made of wood or steel. It's frequency, opportunity, and it doesn't knock twice in the same vibration. That pressure in your chest isn't confusion. It's timing. And timing doesn't wait on overthinkers. It selects movers, aligned movers. You already know what you're supposed to do. The gut feeling, the repeated signs, the things you've outgrown but keep holding. The universe isn't going to drag you into your next season. It's going to whisper it and then move. If you're too busy checking the weather, you'll miss the entire flight. That hesitation you're nurturing, that maybe later attitude, that's the very thing keeping you trapped in cycles that were supposed to end 3 versions ago. Every time you delay, that door narrows. Every time you wait for applause or assurance, the path shifts slightly out of reach. Doors like this don't care about readiness. They care about recognition. If you don't act now, you'll look back wondering how everything slipped through your fingers. Again. So this is your final alert. The door is open, but it does not beg, and it does not wait. And with that, let this be your wake-up call, not a lullaby. The signs have already arrived. The time for hesitation has expired. This isn't about fear, it's about urgency. The door is open now, but it won't stay that way forever. If you're truly chosen, you won't need another reminder. You'll move, you'll align, you'll rise. So before this moment slips into memory, do one thing to seal it. Hit that like button, subscribe to stay in this frequency, and drop 111 in the comments to declare your readiness. The next shift is real, and it's already in motion.